I don't know if you have any other movie news. I couldn't think of anything else for movie news.
Nah,
Um,
there's a rumor today. There was somebody cornered Charlie Cox, and they were like, "Hey, look at your face! Look at your face! Oh my God, Lay, you're obsessed.
Please don't play with me. Don't play. I
You
love that
are
show.
obsessed.
Sorry.
Jesus." So somebody cornered Charlie Cox, and they're like, "Hey, are you in Spider-Man?" And Charlie Cox said it very aloof. He was like, "No, I don't know if I'm in that movie." Now, come on, bruh. If that's a yes or no question,
no, he could. Okay,
then
yeah,
he said, "No, I'm not in it. Not that I know of."
exactly. So that let me interpret that. Let me pick it apart because I pick everything apart.
That's the same thing. What's his name said?
Hold on. Let me pick it apart.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if I'm in it. So people, studios, filmmakers film a lot of footage that gets cut out, put on the cutting floor. So they could have filmed him, and he's saying, "I don't know if I'm in it." So he filmed something, but they could have got rid of it. They could have
Andrew
used it. I don't know
Garfield.
if I'm
Andrew
in it.
Garfield said the same thing. He was like, "I don't know if I'm in the movie, but as far as I know, I don't. Andrew Garfield knows he's in the movie.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are both in this movie. Come on.
Yes.
So, but
Charlie
now
Cox. Cool.
Charlie Cox though.
Yes. And Kingpin.
You reacher, man. What was that one subject we were talking about in the car? That was a
WandaVision.
reach. Huh?
Wanda might have had a connection with Shang-Chi with the voices, hearing her children.
Oh, yeah. You didn't like that reach,
No, I didn't.
but you the reacher.
I didn't like that theory where her voices might have came from that cage
Yeah.
that Wenwu was trying to break open.
Yeah.
No.
Could be. That one is more plausible than some of the nonsense you've been spewing out here lately. That's been a real reach. I'll allow that one.
Okay.
And the Charlie Cox one,
Charlie Cox is in the movie. Okay, period.
you didn't get another trailer for Spider-Man?
I hope not. Like, surprisingly, I hope not, because Marvel is really bad at giving things away, and we have to watch it for our show. So, and we have to pick it apart because I'm a theorist.
Right.
So,
Reacher.
and a Reacher and all this stuff. So they give things away. And so I'm really hoping that they know, that they understand that their movie is big. This movie, people are going to go to see it, especially after that first teaser trailer with seeing Doc Ock. You don't need to advertise it anymore. You're good.
Yeah, I think there'll be another trailer though.
There's going
to be one more. It's gonna be the final trailer. It's gonna give us a lot more information. But you're right. We don't need it.
I don't want it.
No, we don't need it. We have enough. Look, there was enough in that one trailer to let us know what's happening. The multiverse has been split somehow. There are people coming through it from other movies. That's all we need to know.
And we have to fight them off or send them back and blah, blah,
Whatever.
blah. Just whatever.
But
I
you know
don't
what?
need
One of the
anything
biggest theories is though.
Mhm.
Theory I heard, and this is not really a reach, but this is what I heard. I heard that, and this makes sense to me. They were talking about that this movie is probably the exit from the MCU for Spider-Man.
else.
No Way Home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No Way Home.
Let me think now.
Because Sony, look, you have Venom, you have Morbius. They're talking about doing other Spider-Man characters. So at some point, Spider-Man has to be against Venom and Morbius. And what's the other guy's name? Vulture. So at some point, it's gonna happen where, he's gonna leave the MCU. So this may be a good setup to split him from the MCU universe and put him in the Sony universe, and it's over.
Yeah, because I'm trying to. Yeah, so that's of 2019. So I'm just looking at these headlines. I didn't even read it, but this was posted in 2019, which is when Far From Home came out, and they're saying Tom has one Spider-Man film left, so that would be No Way Home.
Yeah.
And so that would be great if he was like, okay, bye, I'm done with MCU, I'm going back to Sony.
Right.
Please go back to Sony and
For real.
and do it with their villains, with Sony's vision.
Right.
And
I want Spider-Man out of the MCU too, because I don't like the way they're shooting him. I don't like the way it's been played. From watching this teaser trailer recently, though, he looked a little more mature.
Yeah.
So I was a little happy about that. But yeah, this is a good way for them to separate him out of the MCU, put him back in the Sony universe, and be interesting to see how they do that because he can't leave our universe and leave behind Aunt May
Right.
and all the other people. So I don't know if the entire cast be split out. Something's gonna happen, but it's a good opportunity for them to. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because people are really annoyed with the whole having to rely on somebody else.
Yeah.
But then there was this thing on TikTok where the reason why they had Tony in both the movies or Doctor Strange in this one is because I think it's a part of their contract where they need where Marvel needs. I mean, the MCU needs to have someone from
the MCU
in the movie. Yes, someone from the MCU in the movie for it to be an MCU movie.
Right. Oh yeah, that sounds
so
possible.
It would be great if he went back to Sony and it can just be Spider-Man figuring out on his own, having to use his smarts. We have yet to see that. I want him to be like,
'cause he's a detective.
let me deduce, let me figure it out.
He's a forensic guy.
Yeah.
He's a detective type.
He's supposed to be super smart and all this stuff, but I haven't seen that yet.
I know. They haven't given him his own breath. So it'd be good for him to go back to Sony. And, he's done 3 movies and, 3 of his own single movies. So at some point, it'd be good to see him in his own Sony world against Venom, because that has to happen. Morbius, that has to happen. And all the other villains that are coming with it. So
what'd be really cool is that at the end of this movie, like at the end of this movie, the Sinister Six come together.
Right.
We don't get the fight though. They just know each other now.
Right.
And they get pushed back into Sony universe. So does Spider-Man, and then we get that Spider-Man universe of now he has to fight the Sinister Six in part 4 of Spider-Man.
Right.
And we get the Sinister Six gets their own movies, all this stuff. So it's this whole Spider-Verse on its own outside of the MCU.
Yeah.
Because the MCU can't make a bunch of Spider-Man movies, but the Sony can.
Yeah.
So.
And the Vulture, he shows up in Morbius.
Right. He does. That's interesting.
Yeah. So something's gonna happen there, and it eventually has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see that thing. I got one more movie